A esto precisamente me refería. Con ahora. A esto precisamente me refería con los problemas técnicos. No sé por qué no me pilla el micro y el audio directamente. Porque no lo he tocado desde ayer. Perdón. Lo siento. Pero bienvenidos todos de nuevo a lo que estaba diciendo antes, que es la probatura definitiva para volver a los directos. Y empezamos regumal. ¿No puedo asomarme? ¿Quién eres tú?
Hello, Miss Ashworth. How are you? Are you feeling better?
¿Esa es la que me encontró supuestamente?
Do I know you?
Of course. You don't remember me. My name is Mitzi Hunt. We met a few days ago. You were out cold at the time. Those pills you had were real good. You probably had one too many, mind you.
So it's you. I had a feeling you'd turn up sooner or later.
It is me, indeed. A girl who got in the way and fucked everything up. I'll understand if you're angry at me. It wouldn't surprise me if you blame me for calling the ambulance and saving your life, but I had other reasons for it too. Personal reasons. It's important.
Porque todas las tías raras se parecen tanto a la prota.
Why would you want to talk to me? It makes no sense.
I saw the ad you'd put in the paper. It seems you have a room to rent.
They still print that? It was months ago.
Bueno, ir a alquilarle ese cuarto de mierda, ¿no?
I forgot all about it. I gave up on it, actually.
Well, I'd like to be your lodger, Miss Ashworth.
But
you've got the room and I've got the money. Won't that work for both of us? Okay. I'm very tidy. I don't make much noise, and I promise not to spend too long in the bathroom in the morning.
I don't really...
I read your suicide note, you know. Sorry, but I did.
Chica, te pasas un poco de entrometida también, ¿eh?
I understand that you like your loneliness. You stray from people. I get it. But I won't get in the way. I promise I will give you your space. You won't even know that I'm here half the time. What do you think? Do we have a deal?
Well, I guess I could do with some extra money, but...
Great. Can I come in?
Okay.
You said you were my daughter at the hospital. You're a little liar, aren't you? How can I trust you? How should I know you won't slit my throat when I sleep?
Jesus, what's wrong with you? Slit your throat? Are you always so suspicious of people? If I wanted to do such a thing, I would never have bothered saving you, would I? Just think about it for a second. I was trying to avoid all the stupid questions. I didn't know what else to say. That seemed like an easy option at the time. Otherwise, they wouldn't have let me come in the ambulance with you. And I wanted to see if you've made it.
Pero, tía, eres muy rara.
This spare room I have is pretty bad, you should know.
I'm not fussy. It's not for long anyway. Just a few weeks, maybe. Anything is better than what I've got at the moment.
Soy yo.
Which is?
I slept at the train station last night. There's a guy there who docks rats. You should see him.
Wait, can you even afford rent for the room?
Sure. I'll pay you for 2 months in advance. Money's not an issue.
Why not go to a hotel then?
I hate hotels.
More than train stations? With homeless weirdos and rats.
Robbie? Oh no, he's cool. He's alright. And he kept the rats away.
How did you get in that night? I'm sure I locked the door.
Well... Okay, I'll tell you. You won't like it probably, but I'll tell
Va a robarle.
I picked the lock.
You did what?
Look, I know it sounds like I'm some sort of criminal, but believe me, I'm not. My dad was a master locksmith. He knew everything there was to know about locks. He taught me some of that stuff too. Look, got this little box. I always carry it with me. There are a few types of lockpicks in it. They're very expensive, custom made. It's now the only thing that reminds me of him.
Okay.
I see. But you know, it does sound like your father was really a burglar, not a locksmith.
It's not important anymore.
I guess it isn't. But what gave you an idea that you can pick the lock on my front door and just barge in uninvited?
I heard the cats. They were going crazy. It was like if all hell broke loose inside. The noise they made. It was incredible. Like ghosts howling. Then for a while, it turned into an almost human cry.
Emil, ¿qué tal?
Well, anyway, I kept
Welcome.
banging on the door, but you were
En rata
already
estoy que me
asleep.
tortillé. Muy bien,
In a coma or
tortillés
whatever.
usted, tranquilamente.
So I pulled out a sea rake and got the door open.
Sin prisas.
You could say I had a hunch.
A hunch. Great.
I had a hunch that something was very wrong. And I made no mistake, did I?
Why do you want this room so much? Let's face it, this flat's falling apart. It's cold, it's dark, it's a bit moldy. This is the old part of town where nothing ever happens. It's far from the city centre, and there are only 2 buses going through here, and that's if you're lucky. And I'm known around here as a fucked up, wicked cat lady. They'd burn me at the stake if they could. They'd put me in a bag and drown me in the river like a litter of kittens. I'm not exactly great company for a young girl like yourself.
Who
Qué
are
pena más rara
they?
tiene la chavalita.
People, just people.
I don't give a fuck about people, Miss Ashworth. But I do like cats. You think they'll smell the rats on me? Really need a shower.
I'm sure you'll change your mind when you see it.
I'd love to see it. And I'm sure it isn't as bad as you picture it.
The
Bueno.
window is stuck and it doesn't shut properly.
It's alright. I like fresh air.
There's clutter everywhere.
I'll tidy up.
It's got a funny smell.
I'll burn some joss sticks to cover it up. I love joss sticks.
Fine. I give up. Follow me. You can see it for yourself, if you're so stubborn.
Ay, ¿no le va a decir que ha muerto? ¿Vienes detrás? Ah, digo, ¿vienes detrás o qué cojones?
This room is perfect.
Really? What about all this clutter?
I'll move some stuff to the side if that's okay with you. But most of it I can use. All I really need is a bed to sleep and a roof over my head to cover me from that rain. And a power outlet so I can charge my laptop. Oh, and somewhere to watch too. You got a shower, right? I'm dying for a shower.
Parte de la
You
subcultura emo.
mentioned some personal reasons for staying here.
Yes. It's a long story though. I don't really want to bore you with all that personal crap.
Okay. In that case, could you give me the short version?
Yeah, alright. I'm looking for someone. I don't really know this person, but it's a friend of a friend. I only ever talk to this guy online, so I don't know what he looks like. I love this lamp. Does it work? What was I talking about? Oh, yes. I don't know what he looks like, but I know my way around computers. I managed to track him down. Turns out he lives here, in this building somewhere. What I don't know is which flat he lives in. There are 8 flats here altogether. He's in one of them, and I must just figure out which one. It shouldn't be too hard.
Es
What do you
una
want from this
aventura gráfica
person?
paralela
I
a la
just
mía.
want to talk to him. He said something really bad. Something horrible. I need to talk to him to get closure, you know?
Just talk. Are you sure?
Yep. I want to meet face to face with him. That's all.
Are you a part of that emo subculture?
Please don't say that word ever again. No, this is just how I dress. I grew up listening to real rock and roll, not that emo crap. I hate to be a part of that generic bandwagon.
Okay. Clearly a sensitive subject for you.
You know, people seem to think that just because someone dresses in black, they're goth or emo. You can't generalize like that. It's more complicated.
I dress in black too.
Of course. That's because black is the best color.
Yes.
Period.
Exacto, amiga.
You're not in some kind of trouble, are you?
Do I really look like some kind of
Vale, se parece que
serial
va bien.
murderer to you, Miss Ashworth?
I don't know. What do serial murderers
Un
look
psiquiatra,
like
por ejemplo.
A scar across the face, an eye patch, rough stubble. Those sort of things, I guess.
That's a pirate you've just described. Just add a wooden peg leg and we've got a full picture. But who knows? I'm no expert on murder.
Te has cargado a uno.
Anyway. Is there anyone I can contact for references?
Well, I've never really rented a room before, so not really. I've lived with my mum all my life. Until recently, that is.
I could give her a call.
Oh, that would be a perfect spot for my poster up there. Yeah, sure, that'll be okay. You know, you've been asking me all these questions, and I never had a chance to ask about how you're feeling. I mean, you've just gone through a terrible experience. You barely survived. I suppose I might be out of line to ask you this, but I'm really curious as to why you tried to kill yourself. What made you do that? What did you feel?
Long story. Won't bore you with this personal crap.
Ha ha ha. Right back at me, I guess. I did give you a short version, though.
Yes, but somehow I can't help the feeling that you've omitted a few important facts.
Just some details. Anyway, I suppose your story is the kind that can't be shortened. Still, if you feel like talking about it sometimes, I'd love to listen.
I'll bear that in mind, Mitzi. Let's go back to the living room.
Room's great. So what do you say, Miss Ashworth? I hope you're not going to change your mind about this. Miss Ashworth? What happened? Are you all right?
Go away! You have to go away right now.
But why? Miss Ashworth, what's wrong?
You're not safe here. You should leave. Now.
Please, Miss Ashworth, I'd really like to stay. Don't throw me out now.
Well, you can't stay. You can't. If you don't go, something terrible's gonna happen to you. Please, just leave me alone. I was perfectly happy before you came. I have my cats. I knew you were one of them. I knew it.
What are you talking about? Look, just try to relax. Everything's okay.
But why you? Why would you want to do this to me? You have no reason.
Calm down. I'm not gonna do anything to you, alright? I just want to rent a room. Nothing else. I promise. Damn, I even swear. I won't cause you any trouble, okay? Just take a deep breath. Please explain to me what's happened. I'm a little confused here.
Then maybe. Oh, no. 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 You're going to die.
I know. Yeah, I know. How did you know, Miss Ashworth? Are you some sort of a psychic? Do you possess some kind of supernatural mind-reading abilities? Or is it just so fucking obvious?
What do you mean? I don't know how you're going to die, but call it a hunch if you like.
It's cool. A hunch. Well, I do. I know exactly. It's already started, as a matter of fact. Do you want to see? I'll show you. Here, Miss Ashworth. Take a good look, because I'm not going to do it again.
It's time to wake up, my little pussycat. What's the matter, sleepyhead? Had a bad dream? Do you want me to give you a cuddle and a kiss? Take the nightmares away? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Well, don't you worry, my sweetest. I know a thing or two about pussycats. I can help. What do you say? Shall I take a good...
Ha estado bien hace... hasta ahora.
look at this pussy of yours?
¿Por qué? Es como si se desactivara o algo así, pero si no he estado callada, he estado hablando. No, ¿qué va?
You're a dead man.
Pero no
You
sé por
just
qué se ha
don't know
quitado.
it yet. I'll cut your throat open and watch you bleed to death.
El otro día no me dio
I'll
ningún
feed your
problema,
body to the
creo.
crows. Oh, you're gonna regret this, pal.
Ah, ¿por qué se desconecta el micro?
What's going on in there?
No entiendo. Mira que esta era otra prueba para que todo fuera bien, pero bueno.
Who's this? Did you play with this little bitch behind
Esto me recuerda al
my
Maniac Mansion.
back?
A la 1.
'Cause if you did, I swear to God.
Me? I'd never do that. You know me, honey. You're the only
Pero ha
girl
estado
for me.
bien hasta ahora. ¿Por qué he
This
separado
lady
eso?
here will join us for dinner. That's all.
For what? Take the goddamn mask off when you talk to me. You know damn well I can't stand it. And make sure you put it back in the van so you don't fucking lose it again.
Okay, okay.
¿Qué? Es que no lo sé porque la otra vez no me dio ningún problema.
I was just
Y ya hoy
saying
me está dando otra
that
vez problemas
she's
el
here for
micro.
dinner.
Good. Dinner.
Podría
I'm starving.
autorregalar un
And I'm
micro.
sick to death of them bloody cats.
No sé ni dónde estoy. Bueno, sí, estoy en la casa esa, pero no sé por qué. Estoy aquí.
You nasty little whore. Trying to seduce my husband in my own home? How bloody rude.
Who the fuck are you?
Shut up, you stupid bitch.
¿Qué?
I know what you're up to. You kept staring at him with these big green eyes. You want him, don't you? You think you can take him from me?
¿Qué?
Well, I've got just the thing. I always keep this bottle handy, It's bleach. The strongest you can get. You give me no choice. I can't risk losing him. I have to make sure he won't be attracted to you anymore. You won't need these eyes and this face
Pero,
much longer.
señora,
Anyway.
relájese. Ay, no, hay un gatito muerto al fondo. ¡Hala!
No one will do it right if you don't do it yourself.
No, señora. Fresquita. No sé yo. ¿Me comerán los gatos y me convertiré en Catwoman? En vez de en Cat Lady. ¡Ah! ¡Soy un gatete! ¡Bien! ¡Pum! Yes. ¿Puedo hacer...? Ah, vale, digo, ¿qué cojones? ¡Vamos! ¡Uy! ¡No! Agujero. ¿Me he reencarnado en el gatete? ¿O en la gatita? Corre, corre. Ah, no puedo correr. Las patas de atrás y todo.
Hey there, gorgeous. I see my old lady brought the bleach again. What a shame. I really liked your eyes. It could have been a start of something very exciting for us, if you know what I mean. She does that every single time. What do they call it? Trust issues. That's it. Well, never mind. Plenty more fish in the sea. I'm not too fussy, but even I have some standards. Ain't gonna touch a bird like you, I gotta be honest, girl. You look like shit. But I wouldn't want you to think I'm not a kind man. Plenty of time until dinner, and you're in pain, so I've brought something to end your suffering. Think of it as an option. I've got this gun here. It's one of my favourites. There's just one bullet in the chamber. Large caliber. You'd be long dead before you'd feel any pain.
Revolver.
Sounds good, doesn't it? I mean, it's just an idea, you know, no pressure. Ah, of course. You can't see it. That bleach turns your eyes to nothing but jelly.
Bazooka, ¿te imaginas? Pues sí, un revólver. 45.
So I'll just leave it for you here. Feel free to use it.
Sí, le ha derretido la cara con la
bullet's
lejía.
meant for you anyway. I'd better go now. We won't want to get caught red-handed again, would we? You naughty minx.
Ok.
What was that? You can't reach it? Well, what did you expect? Life's a real fucker sometimes.
Ok. En fin. ¡Hala! Tiene más rifles. Ah, no, creo que era una Luger. Digo, what? Tragar. ¿Puedo ir? ¿Por ahí? Ah, que me ve, ¿no? Ah, vale, tengo que hacerlo cuando está mirando para abajo, ¿no? Me he tragado la llave, no sé si ahora tengo que vomitársela a mi cadáver encima o cagarla. No lo sé. La verdad. Ah, ¿me mandas al mismo lado? Sí. Ah, es que no me pone... Es que claro, escupir, pero... Ah, vale. Que lo haga donde lo haga... Va el
What?
gato solo.
Who's
Teacup.
this? My eyes. I can't see a thing.
No.
That bitch.
¡Ey! Ya
Aquí.
Salina, ¿qué
Who are
tal?
you? Say
Aquí
something.
estamos, haciendo
Anything.
más probaciones
I should
para
be
ver si
able
esto
to unlock
funciona
the
bien.
handcuffs now.
Que ya me ha dado un problemita al micro, pero ahora funciona bien. Agüita. ¿Qué tal todo? Ah, que... Ok.
No! No, no, no! I dropped it.
¿Por qué?
Where is it? Where the hell is it? I've got it.
Como si yo fuese... A ver, una mierda. ¿Me pego un tiro para revivir? Ahora me tengo que pegarme un tiro para revivir.
I'm sorry, Mitzi. I have to break my promise.
¿Qué? ¿Revivir en un mundo de fantasía con algún poder chetado? Si es que en realidad esto va de isekais. You're dead. Ok. La muerte no es... ¿Qué? Pero niña.
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
It's your room.
Ah,
You can
vale.
do what you like with it. But I definitely prefer this to fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns. Did you make these?
No. My boyfriend made them. Some of them, anyway. So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine in my bag. I was going to leave it to Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert?
The guy with the rats?
Oh,
Se
yes.
llamaba...
Of course.
So, shall we have a drink then?
¿Cómo dijo?
We
¿No
can
se
get to know each other
llamaba
a bit more.
Gabe
I know,
o
I
algo
promise
así?
I won't get in the way.
O dijo Robin, no
I
me
mean,
acuerdo.
you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're gonna live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
Are you sure you can drink in your condition.
It won't make me any worse, that's for sure. I'm not on any cancer medication. I feel good. The way I see it, I haven't got much time left, so I might as well make the most of it.
That makes sense, I suppose. We can have a drink if you like.
Great! I'll bring the wine.
Había un sacacorchos en la cocina.
It's one of those bottles with a cork. Have you got a bottle opener, Miss Ashworth?
In the kitchen. I'll go get it, shall I?
Yes, please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses too?
¿Se postre de Jikokuraku? ¿Cuál es su condición que dice que tiene cáncer ella? Mitzi. Me gusta ese. Este. Y este también me gusta. En verdad me gustan los tres. Están guay. Es que, claro, tú no estabas cuando la he hecho. Le ha insistido a la tía para quedarse y todo el rollo. He dicho... Esta le vio como el fantasma de la vieja o de la madre, no sé quién era, hablando, susurrándole a la otra. Le dijo que se fuera y todo eso, que iba a morir, que no sé qué. Y la otra dijo... What? ¿Cómo sabes tú que yo me voy a morir? Y se quitó la peluca y estaba calva. No. A la cena. Crema no láctea. Mar sacacorchos. Serra de la cena. Mitzi!
Have you found that corkscrew yet? We also need some wine glasses.
No tengo vasos. Ah, lo podré mirar en la alacena, tendré. Yes. Una para mí, una para Mitzi.
There you go. Let's get that bottle opened.
Yeah, but we'll need glasses too. See if you can find some.
Que sí, que tengo aquí.
I found some wine glasses.
I found, ¿sabes? En plan...
That's all we need.
No sabía ni que tenía
Oh,
copas
Miss
de vino.
Ashworth, I really
Esa
must
sería
say
yo,
this
en
before
verdad.
we start.
Yeah?
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're asleep.
Very funny, Mitzi.
Oh no, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
Oh, vaya, si tengo todo un minibar en el mueble. Pero eso pasaba a mí, ¿eh? Yo tenía un montón de copas que no eran mías en mi casa. En el otro piso.
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
That dragon.
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that.
Ok.
I put you in a very difficult position, I know. It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
Porque está
It's
difuminada.
fine. You
Jueguito
seem
ese,
alright.
sí, también,
It's
por eso.
just- I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too. Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine. What kind of cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor. Her name is glioblastoma.
Huh.
Okay.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi.
Sí, como
I
los
used to be a
huracanes, ¿no?
nurse. I know
Casi
a
siempre
few
le
things
ponen a los
about
más
cancer.
tochos nombres de
And
mujeres.
I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
How long?
Se lo es
I
real.
had a year,
¿Cuál?
but that was 6 months ago, so yeah, not awfully long.
Uf.
Is there anything?
They've tried.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So am I. Do you want to talk about something else?
La buena diosa de la muerte.
Oh, it's not raining anymore.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it.
Me
But
gusta la
according to
lluvia.
weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming. Now that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once, when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
Como la oscuridad,
But now that
pero...
you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Bueno.
Yeah? How do you know?
The only monsters are us. Murderers, rapists, arsonists. They're the real beasts. So far from humanity, they're no longer capable of feeling compassion or guilt. They're the ones we should really be afraid of. But whether they're lurking in the woods or fog or the darkness of our cellars, it's all irrelevant. You can't predict what happens. You can't do anything to stop it.
Espero que esto... Ah, no, vale.
There is
Se vaya
only
para atrás.
one way. You turn into a beast yourself, and like them, you show no mercy.
Whoa! Where did that come from, Miss Ashworth?
Que tengo que matar
I
gente,
just
tú.
don't like murderers. They're nothing but parasites. How are you planning to find this guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give me a hand, actually. You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
Not many. I never really cared about them. They changed over the years, too. You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbors are greeted with a freshly baked cake. You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face. He's a nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good.
¿Tú qué sabes?
Leaves us with just
¿Tú qué
6.
sabes? Ay, me creía que se había parado el micro.
Anyone else you know?
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time.
Bueno,
There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow we could sit down together and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi.
bastante.
You mentioned a boyfriend. Tell me something about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. His name's Jack.
¿De Reaper?
He's dead.
Vaya.
Oh.
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
And I'm not a happy stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
Jack está muerto.
Guess so.
Sí.
Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
Tell me
Yo
how
qué
you
sé,
two
me
met.
está contando aquí la vida.
We knew each other for like forever. We grew up on the same street. It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. Perfect match. I always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me. We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy. I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need
Vaya.
anybody else.
Vaya.
You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love. Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels. I guess I've been very lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
How did he take the news about your cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. And he got really angry. I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight.
Y lo maté.
It was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it? He was absolutely furious.
Madre mía.
He
Sí, me
walked
lo
out on
comí.
me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. Begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things.
Para ganar su vida
I did
restante.
chemo for
Para
him.
compensar.
It
Dijo,
didn't
bueno, me
help.
lo como y ya está.
It just made me feel sick all the time.
Recupero fuerzas.
I felt trapped in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well. He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him.
¿Se
who
suicidó
was supposed
entonces
to
o qué?
die.
Jack made those pictures on your wall. Was he an artist?
He always liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music, movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common.
Vaya.
People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that way.
And yet,
mí me gustan
you are
también.
scared of fog.
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
You
Yes.
must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
No, honestly, there's a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what
A mí
others
me
cannot
gustan
see.
esas mañanas.
You must love my apartment then.
Yes.
It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again. How did he die? How did Jack die?
Pues vete UK. Sí, hombre. Ya estoy yo allí,
So
vamos.
distant
Con esa
the
comida de
last few
mierda.
weeks before he died.
Lo siento, pero no me gusta
What I
la
didn't know was
comida
that he kept
hecha en
looking for
mantequilla.
something. I don't think he even knew what exactly.
Freír con mantequilla en vez de
eventually
aceite.
found him.
En Estados Unidos hacen una cosa parecida también.
Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions.
Qué asco,
everything,
es que en serio,
Accidentally,
yo recuerdo cuando fui de
Jack
visita a
stumbled upon
de
one
visitar a mi
about
hermana.
suicide.
Dios, qué puto asco.
There's a guy there,
Me acuerdo
calls
que
himself the Eye of
en
Adam.
esa época todavía yo comía carne.
Fucking God on that
Y
forum.
recuerdo que pedimos un...
It's like
Yo
a
me pedí
failed
como un
suicide
filete de
camp.
estos así chiquititos.
People mostly try to
Un
help each
filete
other
de
and
pollo,
offer
vuelta y
support.
vuelta, vamos, así.
Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you.
Me lo frieron en mantequilla. Literalmente me lo frieron en
And how
mantequilla.
they cope with their lives.
Qué
The
puto
Eye of
asco, qué
Adam.
fatigazo. Parecía que me había metido una cuchara de margarina en la garganta, tío.
He dwells on human weakness.
Qué
His job is
asquito.
to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it.
Ah, lo
Makes them
incitó a morirse, a automorisionarse.
That's the bait. Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed. One day, he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's
Tostado de
arms.
pollo.
It was supposed
Puto
to be a
asco,
quick
cojones.
and foolproof
serio.
death.
Que toda la puta comida la
There's
hacían
no
con
chance we
mantequilla,
would've been
tío.
saved.
Todo, todo.
All thanks to the
Para ellos
Eye
no
of
existía el
Adam,
aceite, todo era
created a
mantequilla.
tool for perfect suicide.
Qué asco.
He told me it was very simple. All we needed were two easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes. I told him he was fucking nuts, of course, but he just wouldn't give up. He reasoned with me, then he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me.
Sí, 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 de verdad, era puto asqueroso. Yo no me lo terminé, le pegué 2 bocados y dije, no quiero esto. Qué asco.
But it was downright tacky and just wrong.
Vamos,
Finally,
habrá algún plato, sí, evidentemente habrá algo que esté bueno, me imagino, pero yo no he comido nada de la típica comida inglesa que me haya gustado.
Those were his last words he said to me.
Que yo recuerde
And
ahora
he
mismo.
stormed out. I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. I just couldn't.
El desayuno continental estaba rico, si le quitabas el bacon.
I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late.
Pero era too late.
But right there in my bedroom, before I even left, I already knew it was. When I arrived at our special place, it was already
que se había
bright.
ido.
We used to go there in the past, drink wine, sometimes smoke weed and listen to Pink Floyd, sometimes make
Se
love
le
in
fue mal la
Jack's
flapa a
car.
la pareja.
There wasn't really anything special about that old parking lot. But else there was.
Claro, eso
It
depende
was
de cada
completely
uno.
abandoned. It was quiet. It was safe. After that day, I've never gone there again.
¿Y ahora llegó a esta? What?
I'm so sorry. I think now I understand. He
Bueno,
loved you so much, he couldn't bear the thought of living without you. And that guy, the Eye of Adam. I'm not surprised you want to find him. I know I would. I'm not sure if I should believe that you only want to talk to him. But hey, that's none of my business.
¿les han
I
bebido
wouldn't
botella de
know
vino?
what I'd do if this happened to me.
Good to know, but I really just want to talk. I want to face Jack's killer and tell him what he's done to me. You know, funny part is, he actually told me where he lives. He wants to meet me. Would you believe that?
How come?
Well, this kind of thing he does is called trolling on the internet. It's usually a form of extreme bullying, psychological cruelty. Those who are clever enough say, don't feed the troll. Don't talk to them. It only makes it worse if you show any interest in them at all. And Eye of Adam is no exception.
La verdad es que sí.
Craves attention.
No hay que hacerle
He's
puto
a
caso.
hungry troll who wants to devour as many hearts as he can get a hold of. I emailed him and told him I was a massive fan who loves his work. He wouldn't believe me at first. But trolls are always hungry, and I was prepared to serve him a meal fit for a king.
What do you mean?
I fed him so much bullshit that he really believed I'm a suicide preacher just like him.
Great. I wish he'd given you his door number, though.
It's all a part of some sick game he's playing. Sooner or later, I'll find him.
There were signs on the car windows.
Warning signs, yeah. I found on that forum that the Eye of Adam doesn't want any accidental deaths. So he posted this poster design for people to print. It turns out there's a whole sick ideology behind it. Fumes from the car could hurt anyone who opens the door, and that's not the point.
Hombre, eso al menos es
The
considerado,
idea
pero
is to
vaya.
die willingly and with clear mind, to prepare for it, to embrace it.
Jesus. You'd think the police would investigate the whole thing.
Sí, la verdad.
Sounds almost like a sect.
This guy knows how to hide. The police can't be bothered to make an effort. It took me 3 months to track him down.
Joder.
Now I'm finally so close. I can almost smell that fucker.
What are those two chemical products?
Well, I'm not sure if you want to know that.
I get
Claro,
it.
claro.
You don't want to tell me because I'm a fucking suicidal maniac. Is that it?
No, Ms. Archworth. No, I
Que
didn't
no
mean
dice.
it like that.
Sinónimo de juego debería decir esos productos.
Maybe to some extent.
Antes sí se decían en la tele y todo eso, pero por ejemplo ahora, en los programas tipo Crímenes Imperfectos y cosas así, los productos concretos y el cómo se hacen las cosas ya no lo dicen. Solo te dicen que utilizan unos productos, en plan, sí, unos productos del coche, unos productos de limpieza, unos productos no sé qué, para que la gente no los utilice. O no cuentan concretamente trucos así para cometer crímenes, claro. Claro, es que lo mismo pasaba con el anticongelante antiguamente. Empezó a usarse muchísimo para envenenar a la gente, porque era incoloro, inoloro e insípido. Y hubo tantas muertes, hubo tantos asesinatos y tantos suicidios con los anticongelantes, pero sobre todo asesinatos, que tuvieron que ponerle un color y un sabor. Sí, no lo puedes encontrar, pero bueno, ya tienes que hacer tú el esfuerzo. No te lo van a dar ellos. Lo van a decir, ¿verdad? Estoy de vuelta. Atrapagatos. Sí, es que ya te digo, antes era totalmente insípido y se disimulaba muy bien con cualquier bebida así dulce, vaya. Y ahora un poco también, pero creo que ya le han añadido un sabor. Esto es como el puto Maniac Mansion, tío. Ay, no, que me he equivocado, que está en el sótano, ¿no? Yes. Que es igual que el Maniac Mansion. Aquí debería de haber una mesa con un banquete enorme. Aquí estaría la cocina con la enfermera cocinando. Vaya fucking creepy, ¿no? Maniac Mansion es uno que quiero jugar de retrojuego. Lo que pasa es que era un poco coñazo. La cocina se parece un montón también. Botellas de vino vacías. Les gusta... ¡Ay! Les gusta beber. No hay nada como una botella de vino tinto con tu bif de gato al punto justo. ¡Qué asco! Aquí es donde cocina. Las sartenes sucias aún apestan a estofado de gato rancio. ¡Qué puto asco, tío! Viscoso. No creo que lo lave muy a menudo. La puerta está atorada, pero quizás sea lo mejor. No sé si quiero saber lo que hay dentro. Yo en verdad creo que tampoco. Nadie en los videojuegos tiene cocina limpia. No. Examinar. Un pequeño cuadro de un puesto callejero de noche. ¿Me lo llevo? Because... ¿puedo? Joder, la casa es puto enorme. Uy. Ah, vale, digo que se ha quedado parada ahí.
I suppose I deserve a bottle. I've worked hard for it. This reminds me of something.
The first thing you need is a strong toilet bleach. You know the kind. Not just a regular bleach, but one that makes your eyes all watery and skin itchy.
Pare, que tengo que cortar el capítulo. Ahí voy.
What's going on? Something is wrong, Mitzi. The cats are alarming.
Verá tú.
That's exactly like when I found you, Miss Ashworth.
We've got to check what's going on.
Oh, I'm really sorry, but There is no way I'm going out in this fog.
Fine. I'll go on my own then.
Joder, vaya transiciones. Vale, voy a cortar aquí este capitulito. Así que muchas gracias para lo que estéis viéndolos en YouTube y nos vemos en el siguiente capítulo. Adiós.